Up in a second here. There it goes. Will it go in and stay? Yes, it does. Aimbot over by the human player station have a piece of coral in hand, and they are lining up with the third level of the reef over on the red side of the field, and the Red Alliance is making fairly good progress on their reef. Chaos Theory up, but they're a little bit too hasty, and a piece of coral falls to the ground. Coral falling from Mean Machine as well, but that one gets stuck on the first level. And Chaos Theory looks like they are stuck on a piece of algae. Will their teammates be able to free them? Jesuit Robotics trying their best to spin that piece of algae out from underneath the black and green machine. Over on the blue side of the field, lots of scoring continuing to take place, taking advantage of the fact that Red Alliance is currently down on scoring power. And Chaos Theory is freed by Jesuit. Over on the blue side of the field, Control C, a piece of coral in hand, lining up with the side of the reef, pushing some coral away so it's easier for them to align, but the piece of coral falls to the ground anyways. Aimbot lining up with their human player. Looks like their intake is now spinning, and it just misses the piece of coral, and it falls to the ground. Control C has another piece. They place it rather quickly. And 1540, the Flaming Chickens, looking for some pieces of coral on the ground to take. Chaos Theory over by their human player station, grabbing a piece of coral and returning back to their reef. 102 to 97 in favor of the Red Alliance, but it is still very close, closer than you would expect for a 1v4 matchup. And Chaos Theory getting stuck on the same piece of algae again, but they free themselves, and they are now moving back towards the reef. It's endgame here, and it is still very, very close between these two alliances. It looks like Aimbot pulling on the deep cage. Will it actually get caught and go? 1540 trying to get up off the ground, and maybe they are up. It looks like they are up. Chaos Theory is up in the air. 1 second left. Doesn't look like Mean Machine was able to get up off the ground at the very end. 125 to 103, your preliminary scores. We'll have your final scores to you in a moment. Let's take a look at the final scores for match number 1. And your winner is the Red Alliance. Alliance number 1 taking the victory with a score of 139 to 119. And of course, most of those points coming down to the coral, 116 in coral versus 80 on the Blue Alliance. And of course, Alliance number 1 will continue on to match number 3 on the surface of this competition.